sound so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking to make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk. Hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. It's no defeating her. Ashley's like a media, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend and tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What's good? What is good? What is good? Salute to everybody that came in the building, everybody that's going to hear this on the playback. I hope I'm coming in clear. Salute to all the boxing fans of this here sport. Oh my God. Another week we have over. A lot of drama, like always. Where should I start? For real. Man, I have a question for Keyshawn Davis and all of his followers. You know, I mean, I like Keyshawn Davis. You know, I've always liked Keyshawn Davis. Matter of fact, let's start here with the chat, yo. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody that came in the building. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share the channel. Best way to support the channel is to join the channel. Shout out to Mike Biggs Boxing, the first one in the chat. Definitely appreciate you for coming through, King. Definitely appreciate you. Salute to Just Doing the building. What is popping with you, cuzzo? Definitely. I'm definitely gonna cook today. I ain't playing no games today. Salute to you, Creole Traveler. What's popping with you? What is good with you? Salute to you, Cash Crypto. What is popping? Salute to all the kings that came in the building. Salute. Yes, that's the artist formerly known as Judah Ben Israel that was up there cooking. Salute to you, Maximus Royalty. What is popping with you? Can definitely appreciate you for coming through. Now, yeah, like I was saying, I like Keyshawn Davis. From the beginning, 2 fights in, I was making videos about him. And YouTube didn't like that I had to take down, but because I was showing his, fights after they were done. thinking that it was okay since he was on the undercards. It's like a second, third fight. But I'm from Maryland. Virginia is part of the DMV. So of course I supported him right out the gate. I support him now. You know what I'm saying? I've been to 2-3 of his fights, I think. So I mean, I like Keyshawn Davis, but I hear a lot of people talking about, him taking accountability. That's all he had to do from jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play these audios. I know y'all heard them over and over again on everybody else's channel. Then everybody should know what was said in every audio that's been going on for the last couple of days. But I just wanted to say that, like, when it comes to accountability, do y'all think accountability has an expiration date? Do you think it has an expiration date? In my opinion, it does. Like, for real. In my opinion, accountability has an expiration date. Because of course you can own up to what you did, but when everybody knows that you did it, and then it takes you two months to own up to it, the expiration date is came and left. It's gone. You don't get no respect for taking accountability 2 months after the fact. Like, the apology was a half-ass apology, son. Like, for real, it is what it is. And for him to sit there and say other people take a loss in his camp, and he see how it goes, bruh. Honestly, nobody else doing what Keyshawn is doing. Like, when anybody else is fucked up in boxing, they write a fucking tweet. Don't nobody go live and show their face and talk about themselves and all the problems. And don't nobody do that. Everybody just make a tweet. Everybody make a paragraph or 2 tweet. They wait a couple of months and then they go live or do whatever the fuck, bro. That's not really what he did. He did the shit opposite. You feel me? Like, you went live and showed your face, and you let everybody see your emotion. You feel me? And it's like, bruh, it's like he couldn't stop grinning. Like, the smirks that he was doing, he was smirk crazy. If you couldn't stop smirking during your apology, salute to you, Tay. What is popping with you? The real queen of MMA and combat talk is in the building. Definitely appreciate you for coming through, queen. What is good with you? But that's just how I feel. Like, man, you smirk through the whole shit, And honestly, in my opinion, when you take accountability for something, because, man, everybody knows me, especially from my channel, from the beginning, and from, the liquor spot, and from, from Love and Sports and the relationship parts of my channel. I am known to be a vulnerable person, and I'm okay with that. I'm way beyond being vulnerable. Is a step beyond accountability. I don't know if y'all know that. I'm beyond accountability, so I can judge it. Y'all can kiss my ass. I'm beyond accountability. I'll take that and the vulnerability and be absolutely cool with it. Because I know who I am and I know my mistakes. I try to learn to get better. People that don't want to take accountability ain't trying to get better. They're just trying to get through whatever situation is going through right now so they can keep doing whatever they're doing or benefiting however they benefit. And that's just how it rolls. Like, bro, you did that shit, but the half, what I say is, when he didn't take 100% of it, if you did wrong, bro, just take it. Just take that. That's where when boxers do wrong and they just tweet, they just accept it and leave it alone. They don't talk about other shit. Like, he apologized, and then sat there and said, "Ain't nobody bank." Basically, bank is jumping. Basically, and he said, "Ain't nobody bank y'all," and that was smart for real. Like, bro, don't even talk about that, because if you wasn't in the room, it wouldn't have never happened. Don't talk about, like, that ain't 100% accountability to me. Is you making it, you putting a little bit of what you're going through on them because they said that they got jumped. Bro, they wouldn't have been able to say it if you wasn't there in the first place. That's just how life goes. That's real life. You feel me, Cash? Cash said Keyshawn fucked up his bag and his position. These guys get to think, and they made it before they actually get there. Exactly. And the fact that he's sitting there talking about Like, he's not retiring. He basically said what he said. But y'all got, when it comes to guys, in my opinion, when it comes to guys, they'll tell you a part of the truth, and then they'll tell you something to dumb down what they just said. All in the same conversation, probably with the sentence right after the next. That's how it goes down. So when he said he's sitting there talking about he's retiring and shit, but before that and the lead up to that, he's talking about how he's getting no calls. Everybody know what he did. Like, we know what's up, bruh. But you're saying that shit because honestly, Bob or somebody talking about call your man. You telling us to call your manager, like, bruh. So all right, Bob told you to do XYZ because you fucked up, and you probably your ego didn't allow you to do it in a timely fashion. That's what the fuck it looks like to me. Your ego didn't let you do it in a timely fashion. So you ain't getting no calls. You can't tell me things is moving slow and it's boxing's fault. It's your fault. You just didn't you say you was moving up to 140? I'm moving up anyway. That's why you missed weight on purpose, saying you couldn't make the weight and all that shit. You telling us you snapping on people. We don't care about none of that pimping. Like, all you had to do was write a paragraph. Like, I think one of his brothers wrote a paragraph. He had the right idea. Like, a couple of days after it happened or a day after it happened, all you had to do was the same. Write a paragraph on Twitter and be done with it. Right now, when you came out being live, you didn't even have to talk about the situation because you already talked about it in the fucking tweet. That's how fighters get down, for real, for real. Definitely appreciate you, Tay Tay. Definitely appreciate you. I gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real in this situation for sure. Like, come on, man. His apology was so. You feel me? Because you put in all that other shit, but the question remains: do accountability have an expiration date? Salute to you, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. What is popping with you? What is good with you, young man? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. In my opinion, it does. Because if you put this in a relationship, since she got to have accountability when you find out, before you find out, she's supposed to have accountability on whatever the fuck you found out. And then when you bring it up, she better have accountability on what the fuck you found out. Not no 2 months after the fact. You feel me? So accountability has an expiration date. And his shit is expired. Like, nobody really cares anymore. We just want to see you fight now. Yeah, that's why people are asking about when you're going to fight next. So they just want to support you. They don't care about all of that shit. It's done and over with. It's been months down the line. That's what I'm saying. If anybody want him to talk about this shit, he don't want to talk about this shit. It's one of his managers or something still thinking that he needs to clean some shit up because he didn't talk about it until yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever the fuck. I just think it's dumb. I just think of course, he admitted to everything, and that's good. I just think he should have admitted to it within a week after it happened. Salute to you, Judah Vision. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. But I think he's all talk. He's the businessman. If he retiring the businessman, Keyshawn gonna reinvent himself and come back with a different name. He's not retiring, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit at all, bro. I'm not. And have y'all heard this shit about this shit with let me put this in here before I forget, because I will forget. Have y'all heard Muhammad Ali's ex-wife? I think she's doing too much. I don't even have the other auto. I probably do somewhere on here, and I just don't know where it's at. But I'll play one of them. I don't know, man. This is Muhammad Ali's ex-wife. Okay.
How do you feel she fared in there? How do you feel Lonnie fared in there? Was she different to Shield's opponents? Yeah, she wanted to take her out. Toe to toe. I have to give it to her.
This is an ex-wife that's not Layla Ali's mother. Tay Tay.
Let's go, tell her. Not now. Not soon. There's one big fight, of course, with Layla. Do you think that's going to happen? Carissa's the bulldog. That's what I said again. She's a bulldog. Does the fight happen? Does the fight with Layla happen? I think Layla needs to stay in the kitchen. Savannah Marshall in the UK wants the rematch. What do you think about that one? For them too. For Clarissa and Savannah, yeah.
It's not the first time I heard her speak on Layla Ali. When it comes to Carissa Shields, she went to the weigh-in, and that's the first time I heard her. That's the video that I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But basically, that's a fact, Cash Crypto. You got to have integrity to be accountable. It's made it short about that Negro. Shakur said the same thing about retiring and T.O. And the person that actually is making head waves on retiring is the person that never said it, Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is the only one that never said he's retiring right now. He said, yeah, he'll retire after a certain amount of fights or a certain amount of years. Neither one of the two happened. He's making headlines like people really believe that shit on him retiring, and which is bullshit. But the people that said they was retiring, they was like, all right. Everybody was like, cool. Retired. Yeah, it's the one that's not Layla Ali's mother. Now, she was asked why, because she was going hard when matter of fact, I bet I can find it real quick. Hold on. This is it, I think.
I'm going to show you how I traded 60 seconds or less. All right, so step one, what you're going to want to do is find your daily buys. So you want to...
Try. Making his bro with a record of 2.6. All for it. That's right. That's right. I told you. That fight, baby. All right. Let's get a face off. Hauser versus Macklin. Sit out here. You can. Yes, I had you were the first one to call for it. That's right. That's right. I told you. They came up with the money. It's time to come on. So she made the fight? Who? Layla. She came up with the money? I don't care how much money. She gonna get whooped. Gary, Indiana versus Nicole, Michigan. Your second fight tomorrow night. Little Caesars Arena. She gonna get whooped. How many rounds? How many rounds? I don't really know, but I say 3 or 4. 3 or 4? Maybe. 3 or 4, she got to go. 3 or 4, she got to go. 3 or 4, she got to go. Okay. I gotta ask you just because, like I said, when we talked, you were the first person to bring it up. Please let the people know why you want this fight to happen. You know what? Look, it had something to do with it lately at all. It was between me and her mom, so I was just like, it's like a promotional reason. Yeah. She went with my husband at that time. Well, they got the money.
Now, I gotta be 100% honest. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit. Word. Generational curse she is. Yeah, yo, she talking real spicy. Real spicy. Salute to you, Felix Nunez. What is popping with you? Like Little Richard, fucking, yeah, that's fucking funny. Yes, you do. Wow, she's reaching for real. Tutti Frutti, you funny as fuck. Listen, I don't like it because you said, listen, the reason why she don't even watch boxing like that. You don't see Layla Ali, you don't see Muhammad Ali's ex-wife in the fucking crowd for no fights. You feel me? She came to this joint to talk spicy because of Layla Ali's mother. All right. Now, I didn't do no digging. I don't have no special information and research about this, that, and the third. But what I do know is she is way too fucking old. Way too old to be talking down on Layla Ali because of Layla Ali's mother. I believe whatever happened in between y'all happened like at least 20, 30 years ago. At least 30, 40 years ago. Let it go. Stop talking down on Layla Ali because of what her mother did. That's not cool. I can already see you when Layla Ali was a baby. You fucking hated that little girl. That's not cool. All right? That's not cool, bro. Just saying, man, that's not cool. You should not be. You left your throne, queen, to come to Carissa Shields shit. And you left your throne to come to Carissa Shields shit because you was mad at Layla Ali's mother. Now, I have to say that the only way you can be that mad is if she stole Muhammad Ali from you. You understand? And the only way that I can say that it makes sense is if you were still married to Muhammad Ali and he was cheating with Layla Ali's mother. All I have to say is I see what you're saying if that's what it is, but I wouldn't be mad at the child that they made ever in life. Okay? She's a grown woman in her 40s or some shit, 50 years old or some shit, you're still fucking mad. Been 50 years since that girl been born, and you still mad. You coming out to events, and guess who you're supporting? You're supporting a woman, Carissa Shields, that's openly dating a married man. But you are mad that the married man that you were with was fucking with Layla Ali's mother. Tell me how it makes sense. I don't see it making any sense, and I'm mad that you're still mad at a little girl. She's a little girl. I don't even care how old she is because you don't care how old she is. The shit is over. The man isn't even alive anymore. When are we going to let it go? That is bitter. That's what bitter looks like. And I'm sorry. Sorry, queen, but you did this to yourself. Papoose came out and said he just signed papers to get divorced. Everybody and their mama know it. You don't get divorced that day, that next day, tomorrow, next week, next month. It fuck around take years for you to get fucking divorced, especially if y'all had assets involved and you have children and a fresh child and you're talking about she's cheating. It's going to take a while for you to get divorced. That man is still married and you are mad at Layla Ali because when you were married, her mother messed with. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Nobody wants to talk about it, but I don't even know the story, but it's obvious that's it's obvious that has to be the reason why you're mad. Please tell me the reason why please tell me you're not mad at Layla Ali's mother because Muhammad Ali stopped talking to you. And then a few months down the line, he met Layla Ali's mother. They hit it off and had a child and got married. Please tell me that's not why you're mad. Because the person you should be mad at is definitely not Layla Ali's mother. It should be the late, great Muhammad Ali. But that's not how women get down. You feel me? So, but I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt and say that Layla Ali's mother was dating him when she was still married. And I can't even say that's Layla Ali's fault. Hell, Muhammad Ali just could have been lying the whole time. We're going through a divorce. But still, bro, what do you think Carissa Shields is doing with Papoose? Do you even care? Or you just wanted to come out and shit on Layla Ali for absolutely no reason? I can see, she sat there and said it has nothing to do with Layla Ali. Did y'all hear her say that shit? Shit, this actually has nothing to do with Layla Ali. This is all her mother. God damn. How many of y'all would be cool with that? That somebody had beef with you because of what your parent did before you was fucking born. Layla Ali wasn't even born when what her mother did pissed you off. She wasn't even born. When she took him, when she started dating the man, she wasn't even born. Tell me how mad a woman gotta be. For real, y'all not listening to me right now. Y'all are not listening to me right now. How mad do a woman gotta be to be mad at an offspring of whoever the fuck he date after this? Whatever kid you have, I'ma hate on her for the rest of her life. Somebody gonna drop kick her ass. She real bestie. Yeah, that's fucked up. In my opinion, I know a lot of people looking at it like, oh, it's promotion. Nah, if it was promotion, she should have just said that. Don't say, oh, well, it's not Layla Ali, it's her mother, and her mother took my man. When he asked you, instead of saying that shit, you should have been like, Chris is my girl, this is promotion. No, that's not what you said, because that's not how you feel. That's not how you feel. Not how you feel. It's just my opinion. It's beyond childish, man. It's messy as shit. That's somebody, wasn't even born. She wasn't even born. Bitter as fuck. No disrespect, queen, but that's really what I see. That's just what I see. You shouldn't have said that, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on. And I'll be the first, and I've said it 1,000 times. The way black women treat other black women is fucked up. You hear me? It's fucked up. She hate that little girl. I'm gonna keep calling her a little girl. It's over. It's over. The man passed away. God bless his soul. The marriage is over. You hear me? It's over. It's over. But I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. I was like, you mad at Layla Ali for doing the same thing Carissa Shields is doing? But you going with Carissa, huh? That goes to tell you she don't even know what she's talking about. Talking about you see Carissa Shields in 3 or 4 rounds. She ain't doing that shit in 3 or 4. She don't. I don't even know how many fighters she stopped in 3 or 4 rounds. One, that one girl when she had and Christian had the pink on, stopped like one girl in that time period in her whole life. But to be honest, if you go back in time when Layla Ali in her prime, I take Layla Ali over Carissa Shields in a fight. Yes, Layla Ali had knockout power. She had hands. She could take a punch and all of that shit. I'll take Layla Ali. Layla Ali got the size advantage, the height, reach, all of that. I take Layla. If both of them in their prime, knock Layla Ali right fucking now, and that's stupid as shit. That whole check that she showed was fake. The whole check was fake. You could tell by the damn. That's why she was standing in front of the other shit. She was standing in front of the check, so you couldn't see the other stuff. But the address was fake. It was a fictitious address. No address got an all 0 zip code in the fucking state and city. The city and state, all that's bullshit. It was bullshit. It's not a real place. So it was a fake. She was standing in front of a fake $15 million check. It's just for show, just for shits and giggles. It's just for show. And I'm cool because it's just for advertisement and shit. But for her to come out, for Muhammad Ali's ex-wife to come out and be pushing it the way she pushing it, like, come on. Nobody, I don't want to see them fight each other. But go back. Carissa Shields was watching them. Chris Shields was training, and she had Layla Ali's fight on the screen in the back. Bruh, I'm telling you. Go back and look at Layla Ali when she was in her prime. And I don't care nothing about her not fighting Ann Wolf and all of that shit, bro. I don't care nothing about it. Ann Wolf was the shit. Don't get me wrong. I like Ann Wolf. But I don't care. We're talking about her versus Carissa Shields. Prime versus prime. in my opinion, I like Layla Ali to win that fight. For real though. Matter of fact, I got a short of Carissa Shields saying that Layla Ali scares her. So if Layla Ali was fighting right now, Carissa Shields would duck her damn self. So she don't have no room to even talk about Layla Ali ducking her. Matter of fact, hold on. Oh, but yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find that joint. And Carissa Shields ass. Here it is.
Make a fight with. Ann Wolf told me to my face she called out Layla Ali multiple times. They fought the same weight class. If you think it's not a lot of women that's boxing now, it wasn't that many women boxing back then. So you had your pick of the litter. When you talk about the 168s and the 160s, Layla Ali and Ann Wolf. Y'all all know who Ann Wolf is. Yeah, she the one who knocked out Vonda Ward. The big, tall, white chick that had on the USA. Ann Wolf knocked her ass out cold. Is the biggest knockout in women's boxing. One shot cold. Bow. Now that's a woman who scares me right there. Ann Wolf. She intimidates me a little bit. And so
you wouldn't have fought her ass either. Ann Wolf would have gotten your immediate personal space when you seen her at one of these events, and you'd have been like, "I'm cool." You wouldn't have fought her either. You think Ann Wolf's scary right now or scary on television? You wasn't. All right. You wouldn't have fought her either. In my honest opinion, Carissa Shields getting bigger and bigger. She's moving away from all the competition. Just be honest with yourself. She's moving away from all the competition. There's nobody in them upper weight class that we know of that we would even want to see her fight because we don't know them people. We don't know them girls. She know we don't know them people. She don't even know the motherfuckers. She got to look the motherfuckers up when she went up and wait. Don't nobody know them women. Ex-wife Belinda, she's a Muslim. What if her and Layla had issues as adults too? Though he should. Why? Was you here when I played the video, Felix? She sat there and said it has nothing to do with Layla. She said it. She said this don't have nothing to do with Layla. This is about her mother. She said it. That's why. She ain't had no issues with Layla Ali. I'm more than sure if she hated Layla Ali's mother that much because she quote unquote stole her man Muhammad Ali, she didn't have no dealings with that little girl. And as an adult, why would she? It don't seem like she liked her at all. But because she said it, and even at latest age, still liable to knock Carissa the fuck out cold. People forget how Layla was out there dropping videos. Yo, she was dropping everybody. She was dropping girls. Yeah, she a beast. She a beast queen. Shields don't have no power. Layla probably would drop her early. Power is the last thing to go. That's a fact. Salute to you, the butcher. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Christian putting that weight on after. But yeah, even matter of fact, I can't even say before Papoose because we found out about Papoose a year into their relationship. Probably more than a year into their relationship. I know when she started fucking with Remy Ma was when she started wearing different wigs and she had a makeup artist and she started to dress different. She got all that shit from Remy Ma. And then she started talking to Remy Ma's husband, Papoose. You feel me? So it's I'm just saying, everybody that's in that taller, that higher weight class in the women's division, we don't know who they are. Like I don't, unless y'all can tell me that y'all know specific girls that's up in that weight class for her to fight. We don't know any of them women are. You feel me? And I heard her say that she should be getting $10 to $15 million to fight these girls. Do y'all agree? Should she be getting $10 to $15 million a fight? I say hell no. And I think she only saying that shit because that's what Layla Ali said. So Layla Ali named the price, and now that's what you want to fight for? Because she says she ain't coming back unless it's $10 to $15 million. Yo, she an older lady that's retired. Of course, she should ask for a lot of fucking money. But no, Carissa, you should not be getting $10 million a fight, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then she said it's just, she'll fight whoever, like always. And, it's all about who has the best deal. And she was like, MVP. If somebody want to sit down, it's all good. I don't have no smoke with nobody. Man, yes, you do. You sat there and said what you want, and now without apologizing to MVP or Jake Paul, you want them to help you, get $10 million or $15 million a fight is BS, bro. Seriously. That shit is BS, bro. And he should make you apologize and still say no. He's not going to get you a fight. I mean, the last event that they just had, she attended, she supported, she came to the event, and during the event, she said, "Can't none of these girls fuck with me." Now, it's all good. Like, you a fighter, they're a fighter. Y'all can talk, but you can talk about whoever you want. But none of them girls that was fighting was in her weight class. So you're kind of like shitting on the event. You feel me? You shit on everybody that was fighting. No, bro. Like, you haven't said nothing good. You have more quotes and takes about MVP and Jake Paul and the fighters signed under MVP and all negative and negative side. Everything's in a negative light. You don't have anything positive to say about anybody on the roster, about MVP or about Jake Paul, but you want them to feed Win, WYNN. You want them to feed Papoose' record company or record label, whatever the fuck it is. Because that's really what's going on. Her manager or whatever that's been guiding her career this whole time, they split ways. I don't know for what. I don't know if their contract was up or they just didn't want to fuck with each other. I have no idea what happened. But they don't deal with each other no more. The person that manages her career is Papoose now. Carissa stopped dealing with the person that was leading her career this entire time, and now she has Papoose leading her career. That's why she had WYNN. I believe that's what the record label was called. That's why she had them on the shorts or whatever on her outfit and stuff like that. So Papoose is running the show. Real talk. That's what's going on. It's hate. It's hate because she said it. I played it. If you want me to play it again, I'll play it. The video not that long. But she said they asked her why she felt that way. And she said this really doesn't have anything to do with Layla Ali. It's her mother. Her mother stole my man. That's some bullshit, bro. That shit is just... Ain't she like 50? Or it's been 50 years. It had to be over 50 years. Come on, man. Who paying that? She said that's what she want. She said that's what she want, and then she talked about MVP. Like MVP, like if she signed with MVP, she's basically free. She's a free agent. She's trying to get signed to MVP basically, and get paid more than everybody's getting paid. I guess to be asking for $10 million because ain't nobody on MVP getting paid. I don't know how much them girls is getting paid, but I wouldn't think they're getting paid $10 million. I mean, $5 million a fight for her to be asking for 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but no. Nope. Now boots. Okay. I made a video about this immediately when he signed to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn don't really make nobody a star. And being that he had somebody so talented at the right time, like Boots Ennis, you would think he would have did something with him, especially the fact that when he had other fighters like Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer fought 5 times in 1 year. Yeah, they was all British dudes, all UK, whatever you want to call them. They were UK fighters, but he fought 5 times in 1 year. It seems like he can't get no fight for Boots. And my whole thing was Eddie Hearn always prices fighters out. Salute to Flawless Mentality Elevated, hosted by Dr. Marcus in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming in the building. Eddie Hearn's always been the one to price his fighters out, in my opinion. That's what he does. He priced Tevin Farmer out of the fight with Tank with Gervonta Davis. He who else did he price out? Damn, can't even think right now. But damn near every big fight, he priced out. He priced out AJ when it came to Wilder. He priced out. Spent damn near everybody that's signed under him. He don't really make big fights happen, and it's usually because the money's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's what Eddie Hearn's good for. Like, he don't really make nobody a star. He don't really put good fights on the table with the fighters that he signed under. What Eddie Hearn is good at is getting them UK fighters fights. That's what he's good at. He's getting them some shine. He'll get a UK fighter some shine in a few fights over here and in America. That's what the fuck Eddie's good for. When he has our fighters, our American fighters, it's like he don't know what the fuck to do with them. And when fights do come on the table, he don't throw money at it or make that shit happen. Like, bro, if you are a manager or a promoter that you want big money to make a fight, then what makes you think another promoter don't think the same way at some point in time? Damn. You the one who got a high commodity fighter. You the one who got one of the most dangerous fighters that was at welterweight at the time. And you trying to give everybody $1 million to fight them is not good enough, because these fighters see fighters as smaller weight classes that's getting zeros behind that million. You know what I'm saying? They got an extra zero on their check, yo. They don't want the $1 million no more. It's not enough to fight somebody that's claimed to be a cheat code, that's claimed to be, so high up in skill and got this knockout power and can switch and all this other bullshit. Like $1 million ain't enough no more. Salute to you, Jay Grant Jr. What is popping with you? Salute to you, sir. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Funny as hell. Somebody need to save Boost, though. Somebody need to save him. I heard this they was talking about Josh Kelly. Man, I had to remind myself who Josh Kelly is. I looked him up. I knew he was, but I looked him up like, yo, has he not fought in years? But I was like, yo, he has been fighting. It's just been over there. And I'm like, here Eddie go again. Bringing another British fighter over here to fight an American fighter. And then this time, the British fighter is saying that he's being lowballed. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes, look, just give it up. Just give it up. Eddie Hearn is not good for our fighters. Eddie Hearn is good for the UK fighters, good for British fighters, all that shit over there. That's what he's good for. He is not good to make fights for our fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's going to make a fight in between him and some guy over there in the UK. That's what he's going to do. And then when he tried to do it, Josh Kelly screamed, low ball. Bro, I just don't understand. You can't, this isn't like Boots, in my opinion, and everybody's opinion, because everybody named him a cheat code. You can't throw a little bit of money at somebody dangerous, at somebody to fight somebody dangerous. You feel me? You can't do that. And because taxes is high, they ain't trying to pay that shit. Like that's how Brian was. Brian was like, no, $1 million ain't enough to fight in this backyard. Make that fight in Vegas so we won't have to pay the taxes. They was like, oh no, y'all don't want to fight. No, I'm like, bro, Eddie is trash. That's the bottom line. Because this shit didn't happen. None of this stuff had to get out in public and none of that shit. Eddie could have just flipped the bill or Turkey flipped the bill. They shoveling all types of money at Canelo and all these other fucking fighters to get in the ring and fight. You seen the New York demonstration with them 3 fights was ass. And all of them got paid handsomely, I heard. They got paid a lot of money. And them 3 fights was trash. Absolute trash. Now that Boots is at 154, I think the best fight to make is him versus Virgil Ortiz. I honestly do. It's the best fight to make. I don't know why Bud is still ranked at 154. I think that's fucking stupid. But Virgil Ortiz versus Boots, that's the fight to make. Now, Boots made it look like he don't want to fight Virgil Ortiz because he would have had to move up to do so. And he was still fighting at 147. I don't even know if he had a fight since he made that claim and then he moved up. Maybe he had one fight, his last fight, when maybe he said, no, I'm not, I'm at 147. I'm not trying to move up. He had one fight and now he's moving up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had a change of heart. Maybe he changed his mind and he was like, yo, I don't like what's being said about me. I'm going to move up to fight Virgil Ortiz. If that's the case, then we should get that fight sometime in between now and 2026, next year. We should get that fight. If not, Boots is looking weird to me. And if it's not you, Boots, pick up your camera, turn on Instagram, and get it out. Say some shit because it's starting to look like you. You're not really pointing the finger at your team, at management, at your promoter, nobody. You just letting shit happen. Like you just let everything happen or whatever. Like you cool with the process. It's just making you look a certain type of way because of your timing and when you said that you was going to move up. It just looks weird. Now, I'm not saying that it was anybody at 147. I'm saying it was Virgil Ortiz is the guy that you need to be fighting at 154 now. It's Virgil. Virgil looked good against some of the best names at 154. In my opinion, the best person at 154 is a toss-up. And the one guy that hasn't fought nobody but Tim Tszyu is probably one of the best guys to talk about. Salute to you, Shawana Allah. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. What's his name? I don't even know what his name is. Is it Bakram? Is he the one? Is he the one who fought Tim Tszyu and knocked him out and messed up Tim Tszyu real bad? I think he's probably the best person at 154. He got to fight Victor Ortiz. And now that Boots has came up, Boots got to fight the dude that Victor and Bud have in common. He got to fight Victor. He got to fight all the motherfuckers. Bakram. I think that's his name. But Virgil Ortiz, I think what happened was after Xander Zayas fight, he called out Virgil Ortiz. I know he called out Fondor again, but I think he called out Virgil Ortiz. The thing is, Virgil Ortiz took to Twitter and wrote a long couple paragraphs about, his last opponent and, all the people that he fought, and, Xander Zayas' last opponent. He basically said, talk to me when you fight a top 10 opponent. So Virgil Ortiz is taking the high road out like, man, fuck Xander Zayas as a child and haven't fought nobody for real. After he fights somebody, we'll see. I'm not even mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I like Xander Zayas. I like his style. I like his tenacity. I like his confidence. You know what I'm saying? At that weight class, there is a lot. There is a few fights that he could fight. That's at the top. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 and top 10 fights. Top 10 fighters that he can fight that he hasn't fought yet. And just fighting 1 or 2 of them should be enough to get Virgil Ortiz's attention. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fight. I really do. I think Virgil Ortiz is calling some shots right now at 154. At least feeling like a top dog. But I think Bakram is a top dog too. Somebody need to beat Bakram. Bakram need an L, and whoever give it to him is the top dog at 154, in my opinion. Until then, it's in between Bakram and whoever. You feel me? Like, Bakram's nasty in my opinion. Bakram's nasty in my opinion, yo. Because Virgil Ortiz is good, but Virgil Ortiz absorbs punches. He don't really move that much. He does dodge and slip punches and stuff. Don't get me wrong. But his butter is holding the high guard. That's his butter. And that's Tim's butter too. And Tim's high guard was getting smashed and punched around and landing on his ear, behind his ear, on his medulla oblongata, his temple, the back of his head, everything. That's where his fucking hooks was landing. So the high guard don't fucking matter. I would love to see him Bakram versus Virgil Ortiz to actually see who's going to win that battle. But I'm saying that dude is tough. I was sleeping on him because he ain't had no fights. He ain't fight nobody. He don't have that many fights. He don't have that much experience. Yeah, but he went in there and laid a whooping down on Tim Tszyu, bro. So I got to respect that. I got to respect it. It's easier than folks think. Watch his feet. It's his Achilles heel. His feet sucks. But I would love to see that fight. Like, Virgil, they would have to show me. There's not really that many good movers at 154 for real. So they would really have to show me something. What else I have to talk? I don't have that many topics today. Oh, the whole Tank thing, huh? The whole Tank thing. Everything that Tim Bradley said, he already knew. I said a while ago, Tim Bradley had some love-hate relationship with Tank. After Tank performs, and it's a good performance, he gets the knockout and all that shit. Listen to how Tim Bradley's talking during the fight, after the knockout, for real. Listen to how he's talking that day, that night, and then the next day. And then you probably get a phone call and remember who writes his motherfucking checks. And he goes right back to hating. But he already knew all the stuff that he's saying. Y'all should have already knew all the stuff that he's saying. I definitely told you already all the stuff that he's saying. Like that, y'all seen it with your own eyes. Y'all watch boxing. Y'all know the fights that he won and that he lost. But the fact of the matter is nobody cares about Tank because they haters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the YouTube shit. But I've been said it and I'll keep saying it. Like, the real boxing fans like Tank because you gotta appreciate the work. You have to appreciate what he's doing in the ring because it's entertaining. That's just the bottom line. I would too. I'm with Lubin and Xander fighting him too. Yeah, I'm with that. Excuse me. Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is good with you? Salute to you. What's popping? Gervonta Davis has always been the smaller guy. We already know this. Like, with all the stuff that I've been saying for all of these years about Gervonta Davis, everybody should already know because you see what's going on. You feel me? And that's a lot that has to do with the things that I said about Gary Russell. I was like, man, everybody that Gary Russell Jr., the one that fought at 126, everybody that he fought, everybody that the man stopped on his resume is has-beens or never was. That's what I meant when I said that shit. What I mean is, if you go to his record and look at everybody that he stopped, those fighters had 10 fights as a professional or less and called it quits. Okay? They shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have never been boxers. Then the other people he stopped was either 35 or older, 32 or older. That's telling me there has been. They not good anymore. They used to be good, but they not no more. They're too old or whatever. Everybody he stopped had a bunch of losses. If they did have some fights on their record, they was professional fighters and kept fighting past 10 fights. You feel me? Like that shit matters, bro. If everybody that you stopped and everybody that you beat was at the tail end of their career, it's not really saying much about your resume. It's really not saying much about the competition that you really fought in the ring. It's not saying the same thing as if somebody that has a resume full of people that was undefeated fighters, all 10 fighters is undefeated, and all 10 of them now are still champions at another weight class or a higher weight class or the same weight class. That fucking matters. People just don't want to point that. Like, just think about if all the things that Tank did, like, just imagine Devin Haney's name. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that they switched people. Like they switched. Like Devin Haney fans would talk about all of Tank accomplishments to the fifth power because he has a lot of them. You feel me? They don't talk about it now because he's not Devin Haney. He's the nemesis. He's the person that you're not supposed to like. He's like the rival. Tank's like the rival. So you're not going to talk about his accomplishments. You're not going to talk about him in a good light. You're not going to act like he's better than your fighter. And that's just what's been going on this entire time. But everybody can see with their own eyes that, you know, he deserves his flowers just like everybody else deserves theirs. You can't really tell me that he has a bad resume or the people he fought isn't good enough for him to be in the resume, because I'll give you it, even though it's not right. Look at his numbers. The fact that he sold out gates and opened up venues that hasn't been open in a long time or never been open, whatever the fucking case may be, that right there is enough to get him in the Hall of Fame. And I know people don't want to hear that, but it's true. Salute to you, Big Dre. What is popping with you? JBT is in the building. What is popping? But the hate for Tank is stupid. Hate for Tank is crazy. It's crazy. It's been like that. It's been the stuff that he does in the sport has been always very exciting. People just, I honestly think a lot of fans talk bad about Tank because somebody that they like talks bad about Tank, if that makes any sense. You feel me? Like if me and you are cool and I don't really have no dog in the fight, I don't care. But if you hate somebody, I'm not going to talk against your hatred so we can fucking argue. No, I'm going to go with you and be, yeah, I hate that motherfucker too. Because I don't have a dog in a fight. Why say I like him? That's what I really think it is. For real. Salute to Big Dre. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Tank is the only person, just like I said, he's the only one that didn't really come out and say he's going to retire. People going look crazy. They're losing their mind and talking about it left and right. Oh, you're about to retire. You're about to retire. You're about to retire. Tank, da-da-da, Tank, da-da-da. And that's probably why, another reason why Tim thought to give him his flowers, because he think he ain't going to fight no more. Oh, I heard he's not getting paid by the company that was telling him to hate on him no more. Shit is sad. It's too much. It's too much. You feel me? It's some other things I was supposed to talk about. I don't even remember. Damn it. Kenneth Sims and Duarte is supposed to fight today. I think that card's supposed to start at 8 p.m. tonight. Top Rank is officially done with ESPN, or ESPN is officially done with Top Rank, however it goes. But they're now, I think, going to be Top Rank will be playing on the Zone now. For everybody who wants to see these Top Rank fights, it's not going to be on ESPN or ESPN Plus no more. That is finished, finito. Last Saturday was their last card. So these two fighters, I do believe, Kenneth Sims and Oscar Duarte, are top-ranked fighters. Both of them fighters will be on the zone tonight, and I believe the card starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But I got Oscar Duarte. Now, Kenneth Sims is a good fighter. He's mostly a boxer. He really don't have that much pop. You feel me? But he's a good boxer. You know what I mean? He shocked me when he beat Elvis Rodriguez, because I really looked at Elvis Rodriguez high, but I knew Elvis Rodriguez's biggest problem was the fact that he's trained by Freddie Roach. Now, don't get mad at me. Now, Freddie Roach is cool, but it's a language barrier there. And we already know the problems that Freddie Roach have. They don't even speak the same language. And it seems like instruction in the corner, when you pay attention to them, comes out very fucking slow. You know what I mean? And you can hear the commentators will say, and they'll fucking say it. And they'll say the same thing of what you thinking or what you seeing. You like, yeah, when he gets to the corner and Freddie gonna tell him that no. You'll see him trying to get down, get with that straight right. The commentators would be like, yeah, he's throwing it straight right, but he should be really looking for that right hook. That right hook is there. And 4 rounds will go by and you finally hear Freddie Roach talk about the right hook, or you'll finally see him start to throw the right hook 4 rounds after the fact. I'm like, yo, is their instruction coming out slow? Is he not paying attention? Is he not understanding? What is it? So he lost that fight. He stood right in front of Kenneth Sims and went jab for jab. Like, they really wasn't moving around the ring that much. It was just standing there, like throwing punches back and forth. And the fact of the matter is, Elvis Rodriguez wasn't throwing enough punches. He would load up on 1 or 2, and he would probably get through Kenneth Sims' guard. Kenneth Sims would not be moving his feet, and neither would, like, they were just standing in front of each other. He will buzz the shit out of Kenneth. I could tell he hurt. And he won't follow up with shit. I don't know what Elvis Rodriguez was doing, but he lost that fight versus Kenneth Sims. I remember vaguely, not that much, but I do remember that fight. But he's going to fight somebody with pop too. You know what I'm saying? But Oscar Duarte is scrappy. Oscar Duarte throws a lot of punches. I don't know if y'all remember when he fought Ryan Garcia, he was throwing a lot of punches. He was throwing combinations. He was walking forward, all of that. I don't think it was punching power to the gut, to the body that stopped that guy. Punching power to the body that stopped that guy. I don't think Kenneth Sims got it in him. And Kenneth Sims, his picture and his weight, he looked real skinny. Like, all in the face, it looked like it was too much for me. So, yeah. Actually excited for that fight tonight. Yeah, I got Oscar Duarte possibly stopping Kenneth Sims tonight. Believe that. Possibly stopping, cuz. I think I talked about. I guess their contract. I guess I talked about everything. But Tank retiring is bullshit. Like, and for real, when you think about it, go back and think about it. Every time it took too long for Tank to come out and announce a fight, like, content creators woke up in the morning thinking about it and making videos out the blue. Nobody said shit about Tank for 5 months. 5 months, 3 weeks, and 3 hours. One content creator comes out like, where's Tank been? Where is Tank? What's Tank been doing? Is Tank have a fight coming out? That's how it always fucking happens. Every time, if he take too long, it's like Tank be in the bathroom and y'all be banging on the motherfucking door to get out the shitter. Like, let that man live. Let him fight when y'all act like, treat him like Gary Russell Jr. Y'all don't bang his door down and ask him when he motherfucker fight once a year faithfully and nobody gives a shit until he stopped fighting. And that one's back. He looked good, by the way. But you got Gervonta Davis just minding his own goddamn business. Think back. This happened every year. Every year, content creators come out talking about where's Tank? How come he ain't saying nothing? It's where is he at? Or how come he ain't saying nothing? Or maybe both. That shit. One of them videos come out the blue every year. Because Tank take too long, match getting the fucking fight. He take too long getting the fight. That's what the bottom line is, man. And people be anxious. Y'all be mad as hell. I know y'all not listening to the B side. What's his name? To Roach. I know y'all not listening to Roach. Because of the things that's going on with Tank, and because he ain't saying shit, y'all just think ain't nothing going on. Like he about to retire because we don't even remember what the Bama name is, because that Bama tweeted it. Like everything he say be bullshit. The only thing he say comes out to like, y'all just can't wait. Every time somebody really say some shit that people don't know of, give it 2 days. It comes out in the open. People that be saying, "Oh, I got sources," and your sources tell these sources got a 48-hour fucking window. Tell me I'm lying. What fucking source did y'all ever hear that y'all didn't find out through regular news 2 days max after they said it? Y'all act like these motherfuckers is reading crystal balls. No. Somebody's calling them and telling them the day they get information. The information is just going to come out in 2 days. That's all that's going on. Like, these motherfuckers ain't telling y'all shit that nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't be groundbreaking shit. And when they do, that shit go viral. Get the hell out of here, man. I got Kenny, but I can't deny Duarte can absolutely catch Kenny and get him out of there. Check out Edwards, the heavyweight. What's his full name? I heard somebody named the last name Benjamin is supposed to be like a light heavyweight. I remember seeing this real tall, dark-skinned dude. He looked very young in the face fight a couple years ago. I didn't know where he went, but he was impressive. And his last name was Benjamin. So I don't know if that's the same dude. He's African American. He's black, kind of young looking or whatever. Real tall, real big dude. But he's supposed to be fighting that light heavyweight tonight. So I'm definitely intrigued to see the card, like always. Boxing fan here. Yeah, Joshua in his 4th fight tonight too. What? Joshua who? Joshua Edwards. That's his name. Stood to Ann McQueen. Ann McQueen, you'll never say hi to nobody no more. Just come in here and start talking. It's cool. Don't be disrespectful to my guy Lamar. What did I say disrespectful to him about Lamar? What did I say? Josh Edwards, the Rocket. I'm gonna check him out. Fights under Ronnie Shields. Man, I like Ronnie Shields, but Ronnie Shields, in my opinion, he's a good trainer for a certain style of fighter. I don't think he can train everybody. And that's saying something. Maybe nobody, in my opinion, there is certain fighters that can train anybody. You know, you should be able to train anybody. I don't think Freddie Roach can train everybody. I don't think Rodney Shields can train certain fighters with certain styles. I think Rodney Shields is the type of, like, he is a technical fighter, and you work behind a jab, and you set up this, you set up that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just don't think, I don't think it works for everybody. Nervous the whole fight. Don't be nervous. Send him good energy. Yeah, send him some energy. I feel that way about most trainers. Damn. And got to fit. Salute to you, Jarrell. What is popping with you? King, definitely appreciate you for coming in. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like something happened that I wanted to talk about that I'm missing. I really do. I don't know what it is. I don't even really talk about Tank. I really honestly feel like I've said it all. I've said everything that I could say about Tank within the 6-7 years I've been on fucking YouTube. 8-9 years, however years it's been. Like, I feel like I've said it all. And when he fights more people and, certain wordage change, man, I've said everything everybody already said. I've already said it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about Tank. I've said everything. I've already said this shit. I feel like it's a broken record. And Tim Bradley, honestly, he knew all of this shit. I said it again. Tim Bradley knew all of this shit that he said. He woke up with Gervonta Davis on his mind because he could finally get it off his chest. He could finally get it off his chest, all the things he wanted to say, because the people paying him to keep quiet wasn't paying him to keep quiet no more. He was like, I'm going to get up and get this shit off my chest. It's going to feel good. In the Car Chronicles off this bitch. Yo, that shit was funny. His little video was funny. Shout out to Tim Bradley, man. Tim Bradley always had a love-hate relationship with Tank, bro. I don't know what it is. Salute to your family thing in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
All right, oh my goodness. Bless you. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm missing something though. And my phone acting slow as shit. So you know how that goes. Nope. Yo. So Rolly, I made a video about that. Rolly ass is Rolly got elevated to full WBA champion. Rolly is now a 2-division champion. If this don't point out politics, I don't know what does. I've been saying this for a while, and I haven't actually been saying that accolades is a dirty word. Haven't I been saying that for years? Accolades is a dirty word. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying that accomplishments don't really mean much in boxing today because we all know that politics overrules all of that shit. Now, you want to talk about skill? You want to talk about all this other, like, bruh, excuse me. There's so many fighters with more skill than Rolly. There's so many fighters with more talent than Rolly. You could say there's fighters that deserves a shot at the title more than Rolly did, or you could say that there's fighters that deserve to be a champion at the weight class that Rolly was a champion at. You could say all of that. You can't say that man ain't a 2-division champion, bro. You cannot say. You can't say that Rolly didn't do his thing and make it motherfucking happen. You can't say that, yo. Rolly made it happen. You're a 2-division champion. That's another person that Tank put on his resume, and this was all him. Tank would have never fought Rolly if Rolly didn't push the issue and want to fight Tank. Oh, and it seemed like Rolly became a better man. It looked like he became a better fighter. I've seen a better fighter when I watched him fight Ryan Garcia. So shout out to him being a 2-division champion. But this is politics. Politics is the reason why he's where he's at, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, because they were pushing Ryan, and Ryan wanted certain fights, and Rolly was in that. You feel me? Like, for real, these fighters are becoming champions just fighting the same people that they grew up with, or the same people that started when they started. They just waited down the line to fight. You feel me? Like, boxing always goes for the big fight. They're gonna go for the money because they're trying to make sense of this shit. They spending money. They want to recruit their money. They want to get their earnings. You feel me? Like, everybody wants a motherfucking return on investment. So they're going to pick some of the top names to fight each other in every division because Ryan and Rolly made themselves that. You know what I'm saying? Politics push them along to make sure they get shots, make sure they get headlines, make sure they get under a certain public eye. And that's not necessarily fair, but it's enjoyable because what we're watching. But the people under them that's waiting to get shots and all of this shit, and the other fighters that stay ranked without fighting nobody. You got Bud still ranked number 1 at 154. He haven't fucking fought there in years. Like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or did he fight there yet? But he did fight there, a year or whatever. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Keith Thurman. It was years before he fought anybody. He still held 2 titles when Earl Spence was trying to fight him. Like, this shit goes on. So Bullethead Bradley is a flip-flopping hater. Yeah. Yeah, you got a love-hate relationship, man. Got a love-hate relationship with Tank, man. But he already knew this shit. After Tank fight somebody and he looks excited and all of that, listen to Tim be talking good. He be talking highly about Tank, man. He probably throwing some insults because he remember who he's getting paid by, but he be talking good about Tank. In a few days, he'll be back to hating. That's how I know he know what he see. He ain't dumb. That motherfucker used to be a fighter. They jive like the same height and the same size. He fought Tank, being that he fought Barrios, bro, that's a big dude. He know what it is. He fought a big dude before being his size. He not as explosive. He don't cover enough ground. It don't seem like he's as fast as Tank. He don't have as more pop than Tank. He know what it is. He know what it is. And both they promise he'll get knocked the fuck out by Tank. Seriously. Tim is finally able to say the truth. And now we can say the real reason Tank was never unified by Bob, and ESPN said no to a fight with Tank. ESPN and Top Rank agreed not to make the fight. In my opinion, and I keep saying this, Tank was never the guy that was scared to fight anybody. I don't think scared is in his vocabulary. I don't think scared is in his DNA. When it comes to being when it comes to putting on gloves and fighting anybody in a professional fight, he's not scared of nobody in his fucking division. He'll go outside his division and fight somebody bigger than him. What makes you think that he's scared of somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's in his weight class? But that's what motherfuckers want you to think. So I agree, Big Drake. They always was trying to make it seem like it's Tank and not them, because Tank is the name. They the one who trying to get where Tank at. It ain't no reason for Tank to lie. He's not like, just if Tank was somebody that didn't have no knockout power, he had like power, like he had a knockout percentage like Paulie Palinazzi or some shit like that, and he still had the height that he had. Like he had, just imagine Tank with no punching power. I would believe he's ducking everybody. And that's just honestly how I feel. If he didn't fight somebody, it could be possible that I would probably be like, yo, man, Tank little ass don't want to fight. No, I don't think that, because Tank's bite is bigger than his bark, is bigger than the book the book cover. That no. Like, and for real, when people talk about a small man complex, yo, think about a small man complex on a man that has a knockout power to knock out somebody 3 times his size. He don't really have a complex. Those men don't have a complex. They know who the fuck they are. And being that Tank was been fighting since a child and in foster care in Baltimore since he was a child, I know what it is. I lived in Baltimore for damn near a decade. Okay? Being that he light skinned and he's short and all of that shit, people got jokes and they don't never shut the fuck up. Everything is funny in Baltimore. And they love doing some punk shit. No real talk. That's just is what it. Say you in line, right, ready to buy something. 2 motherfuckers will come in and stand in front of you like they don't see you there. That's what they do in Baltimore. So I already know what it is. I know what it is. Been fighting since he was a little kid so well that they put him in boxing and told his ass that he had to act a certain way or he can't spar no more. That's the only way they got this little nigga to calm down in school. He made a way being who he is. He had to fight. Like I said before, he said it. I know he had to fight because I lived in Baltimore. I know what it is, man. And I'm not really a small, like, if people ever seen me to meet me, which some people have, I'm 5'10". You know what I'm saying? When you see me, I look very small. I'm not a very big girl, but at the same time, I'm not real small either. So at the same time, like, bro, I know what it is. You have to let motherfuckers know in Baltimore real quick. I'm not playing them games. I'll fuck you, both of y'all up. Tom and Jerry. I'll fuck both of y'all up. You have to let him know ain't no games to be playing in Baltimore. And I know he got mad fights. It's ain't no game in that shit. That is real talk. No games. Real talk. No games. So that man fought a lot. He know exactly who he is. He don't got no complex. He know who he is. He know what he capable of. We're not talking about no small motherfucker that can't fight with no punching power. We're talking about a small, exciting, powerful puncher that got the knockout rating to prove it. And when I heard how he be sparring everybody, he'll spar people bigger than him, even when he don't want to. Bro, Brian Norman Jr. came to his gym to spar. People be coming to Tank. Tank don't be looking for fucking work. People have to understand that. Tank don't look for work. He don't look for work. People look for him. He don't look for work. The first time Devin sparred him, he came looking for Tank in Upton in Baltimore. That's the first place they sparred. Brian Norman Jr. came finding that he found Tank to spar. He don't go looking for work, and he spars you. Does that sound like somebody that's scared? He don't got to spar you. He don't have to do none of this shit. Bowling ball head. Thanks to Coach Salas. Yeah, that's Rolly's coach name, right? You notice fighters don't call out Rolly. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't call Rolly. They know he a thumper. They know he a thumper. And Tank, shout out to Tank again. What other fighter be honest about how hard they got hit? Tank was like, man, yeah, Rolly's the hardest anybody ever hit me was Rolly. He didn't have to say that shit. He know how y'all be talking. Every word that he say, every word he don't say, y'all still hang on that shit and make a fucking 5-hour live out of something he didn't even fucking say. That's my only concern with Rolly becoming a champion. He's been saying he doesn't want to fight people, but wants to fight Dan Manning. We don't need that mess at 147. Now, I made a video about that too. Rolly has came out and said that he don't want nothing but money fights. That's what he said. He said he's not down. He don't care about the legacy, the belts, none of that shit. All of it's hogwash. He don't give a shit about none of it. Okay. Oh, salute to you, Zach B. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, Shawana Allah met me. We met in Atlanta at the LDBC meet and greet. Salute to you, Kello Nectar in the building. What is popping with you? On moms. Salute to you, King. Definitely appreciate you for coming in the building. Baltimore built different. Yeah, man. But tell them how people be trying you in Baltimore, man. You gotta let them know. It's not for the soft-hearted people. For real. You fuck around and gotta fight. Salute to you, Jarrell, in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat with the super sticker.
This is for the cool.
But yeah, when it comes to Tank and this whole boxing shit, I have to respect the game. If Tank was from Canada and he was German, I would like him all the same. It's not about his race and it's not about who he's from. Gervonta Davis is very exciting. He's been that in the ring, and I'll continue to feel that way and say that shit, regardless of where you're from and who he is, man. Seriously. People hold that against him. They'll hold who he is, what he was born as, where he was born at, against him. And that's why they don't like him. Or, you know what I mean? Something he tweeted years ago. That's why you don't like him, bro. This is not about being a fan of personality. It's either you like what the man do in the ring or you don't. Like, plain and simple. We can cut everything else out. But Tank been a Hall of Famer. I really don't care. He probably don't even care about being in the Hall of Fame. I don't care if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. He probably don't care if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. But yes, he is a Hall of Famer. It's people that's done less that's in the Hall of Fame. People really look at, how many accolades you have. If you don't have this many accolades, or if you don't have this specific one accolade, you're not going to be in the Hall of Fame. It's all bullshit. It's hogwash. It's simply not true. It's a lot of different factors that will get your name put in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of them. That's just the bottom line, and he's covered enough of them to get to be put in that. There's no way around that. And kind of when you break records, that's usually how it goes. Or when you open up a venue, when you bring certain amount of money or a certain amount of eyes to the sport, that can really be all it takes. You don't really have to have a bunch of accolades or a bunch of titles, different specific name titles at that in certain weight classes, in different weight classes. It's ridiculous. That's because they see Tank as a top 10 Hall of Famer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Jarrell. I just really think it's been a lot of hate for absolutely no reason. A lot of things get out of hand, you know how in the beginning you're mad at something and it gets prolonged because the other person on the other end that's going against what you said prolongs the shit. You feel me? It's like this has less to do with Tank and more to do with fans of Tank and fans of Devin, if you understand what I'm saying. It's the fans of Tank and Devin that hate each other more than the fans actually hate the fighters, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Yes. Yes, for sure. And prolong for the yes. But that's just how I feel, as though like a lot of people like to argue with certain content creators. So they go in there with certain talking points and they just like pushing buttons. You feel me? A lot of fighters don't. I mean, a lot of fans just don't like other fans, and they just talk about their favorite fighters to make them mad because they don't like them in general. That's honestly how I feel about it. Because a lot of, when you sit back and look at it, the fighters that they talk about, like Tank, could not be doing anything. Not could be saying a word, tweeting nothing, saying nothing. Y'all don't know what the fuck he's been doing for the last 30 days or what he will be doing in the next 30 days, but y'all over here talking about him like y'all mad at something he just did. This is what goes on all the time. Y'all mad at something the motherfucker just did, but he didn't do shit. Didn't say nothing. Didn't lift a finger to do nothing. Y'all don't know what he been up to. But that's why you mad. That's why you mad, because you don't know what he been up to. It's crazy. It's like, just imagine a girl being stalked by a guy. Like, that's what this seems like. A lot of fans just be stalking the shit out of Tank, and y'all be mad that y'all don't know where he at. He won't show his face. He won't say nothing, and y'all get fucking mad and take to Twitter and take the IG and go live like, where's this bitch at? Like, that's what y'all act like he talking. Y'all act like he's some type of girl. No bullshit. Where's my hoe and shit? Like, that's how the fuck y'all be acting and shit. It's crazy. Shit, absolute nuts. People babble for hours saying the same shit day in and day out. Because Floyd chose Tank. Yes, that's probably the reason. That's probably the reason Floyd did it. You know what I'm saying? This is another, like, I cannot condone adults being mad at a mom. You mad at another adult for another adult. Just that's just stupid. So I'm gonna be mad at you for what another adult did. That's what's going on right now. What is, like, seriously? Y'all mad and don't like Tank because of what Floyd did. It's the same thing with Muhammad Ali's ex-wife. You mad at Layla Ali because of what her mother did. I just can't respect it, bro. I can't, man. And I was just taught like that. If I respect or go along with something, then I'm okay with it happening to me. And no, I'm not okay with that at all. Okay, I can't condone it. I don't want that bad juju on me. I can't condone that shit. Not at all. They saying we can't talk about Tank boxing because of something personal he's going through. If that's the case, then why are we talking about him retiring? Like, just imagine you being in a career for a lot of years and you broke some records. You brought your company to a whole new state that wasn't open to your company, and you're doing your thing. You know, you got some haters that don't like you, but they think you're going to retire, so they try to tell the whole company before you do it. Bro, kiss my ass. Yo, for real, when you really put it into perspective over the whole fucking YouTube, a lot of content creators be crossing the line. They be hella disrespectful and they be doing shit that they don't supposed to do. If he's really retiring, don't you think he should say it? Do y'all hate the man that much? If he retires, you're going to get over it quickly because you're not going to see him no more. You're not going to hear him no more. And if you keep talking about him, you're going to be no better than Muhammad Ali's ex-wife. You're no greater, you're no better than her. Sitting there and keep talking about Layla Ali's mother so fucking wrong. And you talking about Layla Ali so wrong because of what her mother did and shit. Like, bro, people really need to chill. So you mean you don't like Tank so much that if he do retire, friend, y'all don't even know why. Like, say something bad fucking happened that we don't really know about. Say something horrible happened with his family or something and he can't fight no more because of something horrible happened. Y'all would be the first ones making more videos trying to get more fucking money off of Tank's fucking whatever, off Tank's life and shit. And you don't say thank you for shit. Y'all are being assholes for real. He's not retiring. And y'all was talking to people, was making videos and going live about if Tank is retiring before that dude tweeted it. So we're not even going to put it on him. No, it's him. He tweeted it. That's why we're talking about it. It's bullshit. Y'all was talking about it before he even tweeted the shit. Y'all act like y'all hate this dude for real. And if half the stuff y'all did to Tank happened to you in your own workplace, you'll be fucking fed up with your career and your job and your boss and whoever the fuck that's pissing you off at work. It's y'all. Y'all are peons to this man. Peons to this man. Y'all are making up shit left and right. Been making up shit for a fucking decade, it seems like, straight. Since I've been on YouTube since 2017. Since 2018 for sure is when the bullshit started. With Gervonta Davis' name in it. It's crazy. Tank can tweet 4 words and there would be at least 2 weeks worth of lives. That's a fact. And 99% of it is lies. Crazy shit. That's a fact, though. Absolute fact. Salute to you, Akello Nectar. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Yeah, I always call you Nectar, even though there's no C in your last name. I always do that shit. Them streamers be fake hating on Tank. They really be loving him. Right. And their whole YouTube is built off of them. That's a fact. And people be saying that, people used to call me a Tank lover so much. I've been called so many names for all of these years. And I laid off talking about Tank because I just stopped caring about the stuff that was said about him. But I never really talked about his ass that much. Like, the people that don't like him talk about Tank more than his fans. The people that don't like the man talk about Tank more than his fans. And they've been talking about him more than his fans for like 6 years plus. This has been going on. Like, all of this shit is just a repeat in history. Every year the same shit happens in between a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters. People have tactics. People just be forgetting them tactics. But people have tactics to act like other fighters are ducking them, to act like they not at fault. People have tactics. It'd be the same shit. Shake, wash, and repeat. It'd be the same shit. Still to you, Zach B. Definitely appreciate you for coming through, King. I don't talk about Tank or Devin. A lot of hate for both And there's way more going on in boxing. Yes. Yes. They stay on the same topics all the time. And you already know, Shawan, it's been years. They talk, it's the same shit going on over and over again. When I'm telling you, when Tank take too long, this is how they be acting. They just talking about the retiring shit because Tank said after a certain amount of time, after a certain amount of fights, he will be retiring. So y'all just throwing this at him, but on him. But it would be something y'all would probably be talking about how he's scared of his next opponent, or he's scared of this person, or scared of that person. Like that's usually what it is when Tank take too long to announce a fight. People start throwing some digging and shit. Like chill, bro. Us fans are not here to do all of that. We're just here to enjoy the sport, just to watch the fights. We be doing a lot, yo, for real. The people on YouTube, us boxing fans, the YouTube creators and shit, we do too much when it comes to this shit. It's not that serious. Bill tied Devin to, he did tie Devin to Tank, and he's been on a smear campaign since with his paid channels. Man, it's been a real sad for the Haneys, in my opinion. It's been sad, but nobody's gonna see it the way I see it. And I've been saying this shit for a while, that I think this shit like it's so. I said since the beginning. I think their whole thing of how saying that they beat up Tank and they ignoring the first sparring is fucking ridiculous. Compound to the fact that I know that a lot of shit was happening surrounding what they were saying, and it was a reason on why he just kept saying, I won the money. You have to read between the lines. But I think to build your career on that is soft, because y'all are fighters and you ain't supposed to talk about sparring. But the bottom line with me is he beat you up in the first sparring. You got dropped in the first sparring and you admitted it. So why are you trying to build your career off the second sparring when you and everybody else know that when you went to the first sparring, Tank and Upton Gym don't do doghouse sparring. When you came to motherfucking Upton Gym, it was a regular boxing sparring match. It was regular, 3 minutes long, a couple of rounds. Within that time period, your son ended up face down on the canvas. You picked him up and you said, yo, you got a beast here. And y'all fucking left. When y'all fought him again, he was on vacation with one Adrian Broner that was fucking touring. This nigga Tank was eating fucking fat burger, probably drinking and all types of shit. Y'all don't know what the fuck this man was doing before he stepped in the ring. And he did doghouse sparring. There was no separate rounds. They went in the ring and fought for 15 minutes straight. And that's what y'all are building your career off. Nobody gave a fuck about what I was saying. The bottom line is that it's soft. And look at what's been going on. And so he's been doing soft shit left and right. This whole suing Tank is soft in my opinion. I mean, suing Ryan Garcia is soft in my opinion. And other fighters think the same shit. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really give a fuck. Sue Ryan. Sue him again. I don't care. It is what it is. But you can't tell me that I was wrong. You can't tell me that I was wrong about Tank, that I was wrong about Devin, that I was wrong about Shakur, that I was wrong about Ryan. All four of them I was right about. Everything that I said about them back then, I was right about it coming up to today. Because all the shit that I've said has been repeated. It just took y'all years to realize it. Like the shit isn't the shit. All you really need to do is pay attention and just don't listen to haters. Don't listen to hate channels. I did a live saying that y'all doing too much right. It's too much, man. It's just too much. They think taking a knee is sold to. I don't know what that is. Salute to you, Des 22. What's popping with you? Hold up. Wait a minute. But real quick, before I get on up out of y'all, Keyshawn is moving up to 140. So in my opinion, nothing can be slow You just was headlining the fight, regardless of what happened in your last fight or that you didn't fight. What's his name? Albright, he said he wasn't going to press no charges and nothing happened. He said he wanted a fair one. In my opinion, Keyshawn Davis already had fights waiting for him at 140. He already has Albright. Albright wants to fight him at 140. He already has Frank Martin. He already wants to fight him at 140. So, bro already has fights, bro. Taking a solve too. Yeah, he's taking. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying, Des. But yeah, like he can't say that things are slow now and I'm not getting no calls and I'm practically retired. He's not retired. This is probably just his way of getting people to talk about him again. But all you need to do is fight. Like that's really all people fans. A lot of fans just care about people getting in the ring. That's the bottom line. That's why a lot of people wasn't asking him about the past and what happened. They want to know about the future. Who's your next person you fighting? He talking about we need to call Bob Arum and shit like that. No, bro, you just need to do what Bob Arum told you to do to smooth out the situation. He went to Yale or whatever the fuck he went to. He know what it takes to smooth over some shit after you fucked up. You just took too long to do it, pimping. Like, but now that you back or whatever, if you are back, being that you moving up in weight, bro, it's a whole weight because 100 people waiting there. Pick your litter. Pick somebody to fight. In my opinion, bro, if he come back, if Keyshawn Davis come back and fight Nara Albright immediately, bro, that could be a main event fight for real, for real. Look at tonight's main event fight. Shit. Look at yesterday's main event fight. Like that could be a main event. If you could come back and actually have a good ass fight with Albright because you have the history. Get that shit out the way and then fight Frank Martin next, bro. That's a good start. You pick up that chainsaw, that chainsaw and start that bitch. Rev it. Start it back up. That's all Keyshawn need to do is get in the ring. All that stuff you talking is bullshit. You're not retired. You're not sitting on the shelf. I don't even think he's sitting on the shelf. I just think you was told to do XYZ by Bob or your managers and your pride and your ego didn't allow you to do it in a timely fashion. That's what I think. That's it. Salute to you, Jameson, George, and up in the building. Definitely appreciate you. I got you. I don't understand why Shakur started having issues with Tank. I'll explain it. They don't want Gary at 149. Okay. The issue with Shakur Stevenson and Tank, I'm going to tell you where it started. It started with Bud. Believe it. Bud. They were always friends. They're always friends. Even Shakur was even friends with Devin at one point in time. And then they stopped being friends. And you see a lot of footage back in the day of him being young, keep saying that he gonna beat Devin up and shit like that. Cause they stopped being friends. And then they was friends again. And then they stopped being friends again. Like Shakur was friends with a lot of motherfuckers for real. It was on and off relationships. But what happened in between Shakur and Tank was Bud. And I made a video about this. When Tank was chilling around Earl Spence and they was eating like some chips and dip or whatever the fuck in the back, and a reporter was asking both of them questions. They had a little plate and they was eating chips and dip. All right, both of them had a plate and was eating chips and dip. And the reporter was asking them both questions. The reporter asked Earl Spence, who do you think will win in between Tank and Lomachenko? Earl Spence said Tank. I got Tank knocking him out. I always thought that he would beat Lomachenko. Tank turned to him and said, "Yeah, I always thought that you would beat Terrence Crawford." That's what did it. After he said that, Bud took to Twitter and said a bunch of shit about Tank that he'll beat him up. And then Shakur took to Twitter. And Shakur and Tank went back and forth for the very first time. Ever since then, he hates Tank because Tank said that he had Earl Spence beaten Bud. That's basically the bottom line. That's the first day of when it happened. The facts, I think, Top Rank shelved him, and he's trying to be politically correct. thing is, who's Top Rank Network going forward? It's going to be the Zone. That's who they fighting. They're fighting on the Zone tonight. And it could be true because I did say that earlier in my live that they shelved them because that's what he's talking like. He's talking like he's getting shelved because he's telling us to call his manager, talking about he ain't getting his phone ain't ringing and shit like that. Like, bro, you making us think that you getting shelved. But at the same time, bro, I'm more than sure because you were making money for Bob. You was making money for Top Rank. You was headlining events. You was the next guy up since everybody left Top Rank, bro. Like, you can't tell me they asked you to do some shit that you didn't do in a timely fashion. So that's why you haven't had a fight, and that's why your fucking phone hasn't been ringing. But he just went live and made his so-called apology. So his phone could be ringing now. Next, the man got options, in my opinion, bro. Like, dude, two men at 140 said that they want to fight you. You can't tell me that you don't have options. I think it was Tank, EJ, AB, and Robert. It was he had on the same outfit. It was the same night, but nobody was around. It was the same night. You're right. It was the exact same night. He had on that black, it looked like a long sleeve sweatshirt or sweater or whatever that Tank had on. He had on like a tight chain. It wasn't a choker, but it was like a tight chain. And yeah, all of them was around. It would look like they was getting tipsy and shit like that. But when the interview happened, they were standing. The camera was on. They could have all been there, but the camera was only wide enough showing them standing next to each other, and they was eating chips and shit. Facts. Appreciate the context. I definitely appreciate. I don't keep up with Twitter either. I have a Twitter. I have an X account, but I'm never on it. I was told that I should have one because of my channel, but I'm never on that joint because I don't like Twitter. They extra as hell. They some assholes on purpose over there. I can't deal with it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad business for Key. And if he is retiring the businessman, which he should, bro, you is not no businessman. He was bad. You did some bad business. He might be retiring the businessman and coming back as something else. But bro is not retiring. I'm not believing that. They were all drunk, right? It looked tipsy as hell, bro. All of them looked like they had left a restaurant altogether. Because Tank walked right up to him and was like, "What's that? What's that fish I was eating? What's that?" And Earl was like, a wahoo. And he was like, no, the other joint. He was like a red snapper. He was like, yeah. I remember that shit. Because all of them had like the glossy eye shit going on. Yeah, all of them was fucking drunk. Yeah, Twitter is too much. Twitter is way too fucking much, man. I can't deal with Twitter. But salute to everybody that came in the building, man. It's almost 5 o'clock. I want to take a nap. I'm tired, yo. Yesterday, salute to 2 Cents, man. I wanted to be a part of your live the last 3 days. I've been doing a 12-hour shift from 6 to 6, man. I've been tired. By the time I get here and, get everything cleaned up and eat and all that shit, I'll be fucking ready to go to sleep. I be ready to go to sleep. I don't be thinking about YouTube. I do not be logged on YouTube, man. I be tired as hell when I get home after these Fridays. But that was the last Friday that I'm supposed to be doing a 12-hour shift. So I'm supposed to be home a lot earlier than that now, coming forward, and the next Friday's coming up. So I'm trying to hit Ladies Night. There's Ladies Night over there on her show. Like today, as always, I will be dropping the link. I dropped it today and I pinned it. I'm going to drop the link every time I'm live and pinning it, no matter the day, no matter the time, no matter the topic. And I'm down for open topics. Of course, I'm down for people to come on the show. That's why I dropped the link. Everybody to salute to the queen that came in the building. I'm finna get on up out of here, but salute to Queen 71 that's in the building. What is popping with you? Forever wind that back then, yo. It's been a nice little live. But salute to everybody that came in the building. Like this channel, share this channel, support the channel. Salute to everybody. Like I said, best way to support the channel is to join the channel. But hit that like button. And peace. Holla at your girl. See y'all next Saturday, probably 3 p.m. And tomorrow I'm going live to interview Josiah Sir Kirkpatrick. I already interviewed him for his pro debut. I believe he's had 2 fights, maybe 3 fights, and he's got some stuff going on. I will be interviewing him again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, of course, right here on Ashley's Corner. Y'all don't miss it. Holla at your girl. Peace.
I'm working outside.
Penny